Ministry of Power in 2017 cleared the coal linkage policy known as Shakti. Okay, so into the Mission Shakti, it is under the Ministry of Power. That is the first thing. 2017, the ministry cleared the coal linkage policy known as Shakti. Shakti stands for Scheme to Harness and Allocate Koyla transparently in India. Okay, this coal linkage means earlier there was a instruction that you only from those which are listed or which are allocated coal block, the thermal power plants can take the coal. Okay, even if it is at a distance, much more distance like that. Okay, so this was the earlier direction or in earlier instruction. That is, thermal power plants can take coal or source coal from only those power plants to which they are allocated. Even if the distance transportation is a problem, they are only taken or allowed to take from the that uh, coal sources. Okay, but coal linkage, when the Mission Shakti came in 2017 and coal linkage happened, what happened is the here the thermal power plants can source the coal from the coal mines which are nearer to them. Okay, so that is the important change which has been happened. So what will happen to this, or what how will it affect positively? Earlier there was a problem of logistics. Earlier there was a problem of transportation. Transportation logistics means cost will be high. So cost will be high means that thermal power plants will not be uh, uh, will be in a loss. Okay, so usually we know the infrastructure projects are taking grant from the grant, not credit from the banks, right? So this will be, the loan becomes NPA later, because the input cost is so high in the thermal power plants that they are not getting amount to return, right? So this becomes NPA. So the bank NPAs also increases. So all these problems are addressed when by the Mission Shakti, which allows the thermal power plants to take or source the coals from the adjacent mines. Okay. So as we discussed, Ministry of Power, it is under the Ministry of Power 2017. It cleared the coal linkage policy. It is known as Shakti. Shakti stands for Scheme to Harness and Allocate Koyla. Koyla stands for coal transparently in India. Okay. The policy provides coal linkages to power plants which lack fuel supply agreements through coal auctions. Okay, so the power plants which are in need of fuel, the coal has been taken through this scheme. Okay, coal linkages means buying coal from mines which are closer to the power plant. Okay, earlier if we see, it was compulsory to buy coal from the allocated coal block even if it is at a higher distance. Okay, but now power plants can buy coal from mines which are closer to the power station. So it will help in saving money on transportation and logistics. Okay, so as we discussed, Mission Shakti stands for Scheme to Harness and Allocate Koyla Transparency in India. Majorly, it is under the Ministry of Power in 2017. It helps in coal linkages. Coal linkages means sourcing of coals from the adjacent mines itself. Okay, so thus we can save money for transportation and logistics. The aim of the Mission Shakti scheme is to ensure that availability of coal to all thermal plants in India in a way that is transparent and objective. Okay, it is supposed to be beneficial for not just to the infrastructure sector but also for the public sector banks which have huge loans unpaid at the end of the power companies. Okay, we discussed this. Power companies will not be able to pay this because huge amount of their money is being spent in the transportation or logistics itself. Okay, so they cannot return the credit, so it will become NPA. So it is, so thus it the Shakti Mission Shakti schemes will be beneficial for infrastructure as well as banking. Okay, now the scheme also aims to reduce the dependence on imported coal and promote domestic industries also. This is another important aspect. Okay, so It also will reduce the dependence on the imported coals, and also thus the domestic industries can also be promoted. Okay.